How's everyone doing? So I'm here with a piece of paper. This is a little bit of an update to my truck accident. I got a subpoena to testify, and at first I was like, what the heck is this? And it just came in normal mail. So at first I thought it was kind of what is this? Like, is this a scam? What is this? But no, it has Mr. Mitchell who passed me on the double yellow line and then caused me to rear end him. And my ticket, by the way, if you don't remember, was dismissed. Like, they're like, yeah, we have nothing. It's dismissed. DA dismissed it. Well, apparently, Mr. Mitchell didn't either get a good deal. I don't know. Maybe with the video, they were like, we're not giving you any deal. He has taken this to jury trial. I am subpoenaed. The subpoena was issued April 8th. I got it on the 16th. Mail's been taking a long time. We don't know why, but it has been. But I thought it was pretty interesting. He wants a jury trial, and I'm like, there's a video showing he passed on a double yellow line. His charge is careless driving. I'm a witness for the state of Colorado. So I'll kind of read this to you, but as I said, this just showed up in normal mail. So this is how it works in Colorado. You might get a subpoena to testify in your normal mail. You might think it's junk mail. You might be like, well, how's that legal? How do they know if you get it? Well, there's a whole thing at the bottom that you sign this waiver of personal service. And you mail it back. They provide the stamped envelope, and you mail it back, basically saying you will be showing up. That way they don't have to send a cop out here. And it does say, if I don't respond within 10 days, that I will personally be served. But I'll read you this. You are hereby commanded to appear on 6/8/2020 at 8:30 a.m. in the above court at the El Paso County Court, the main court in Colorado Springs. I'm going to read the address off. To testify on behalf of the people of the state of Colorado. So that's that part. There's also a section for special instructions. There are none. Notes. There's nothing there. So it gives me the event date of when I need to go. 6/8/20 at 8:30 in the morning. The event is a jury trial. It's Division A. I'm guessing that's probably traffic. I don't know. Don't know their divisions. Prosecutor has their name on it. It has when the offense occurred back in 2019. It gives me the defendant's name. I'll just call him Mr. Mitchell. And then myself. As a witness, it says, if you agree to waive personal service of this subpoena, please sign, date, and return this waiver to the district attorney's office to confirm your attendance. If you sign this waiver, you are required to appear unless otherwise notified. If we do not receive the signed waiver within 10 days, we will pursue personal service of the subpoena upon you. And then in bold print it says, I acknowledge receipt of this subpoena, waive personal service, and will appear as directed. So you sign, date. If you need to make an address change, you can. Home phone and work phone. And it says, important. When you are served with a subpoena, either personally or by waiver, you are required to attend unless the case is vacated. Means dismissed or ended for whatever reason. Maybe they work a plea deal. But I should be notified. This is the key. You might be, well, I live out of state if this were to happen. If you have received this subpoena and live out of state, please call and ask for travel and hotel arrangements. If you are a minor or parent guardian of a minor who has been subpoenaed, you are hereby commanded to produce the minor at the above listed court address to give testimony until excused. Failure to make all necessary arrangements to ensure said minor's attendance shall require you to appear and show good cause for the minor's failure to appear. In other words, minor be in trouble. Probably you too. So that is pretty interesting that this is going to continue on. I don't know what his fight is going to be. I have the video, they have the video, and I will even bring the video the day of the hearing, just so the DA, I'm sure the DA is, or whoever, the prosecutor, I guess it won't be the DA, the prosecutor is going to, probably talk to me, I would assume. So I'll have that video on SD card, and if they need it, they need it. We'll see. I don't understand why he would fight it. I'm sure they gave him some sort of deal when he, went into court for the ticket. Just kind of like they gave me that first deal. I think mine was like $200, and I would do driving school. Well, no, it was my deal was like $200 and a year probation, which I thought the year probation was nuts. If they were just been like $200, I would have probably been a sucker and paid it. But because I had the video and everything, I was like, I have a video. He was like, okay, well, this is all I can do. And it's like some kid, like intern or something, their first lawyer job out of school, or maybe they're still in school. They're always young, at least at our court in Colorado Springs. So they have really no say. They have their standard script that they kind of use, like, this is the standard thing. And they even tell you, this is the standard thing, and we always give. And it's like, well, I have a video. Oh, okay. Well, what do you want to do? Well, I want to take it to trial because I had a video. And then that's when they dismissed it. And the next time I went in, they just were like, yeah, we don't have anything. Dismiss. If Mr. Mitchell somehow says I'm at fault, I don't know how he's going. I'm going to have that. I have that video. I'm not on trial, though. I'm just a witness. But they'll have that video showing that he went around me, and then my testimony of what he was doing behind me, and then my opinions of probably what he was doing in front of me. So he wasn't only just careless driving, he was, road rage, and probably as far as reckless driving, because, he was doing a lot of crazy stuff behind me that you can't see, hence the dash cam's only so good. But because I catch him going around me on a double yellow and trying to swerve at me, he has a lot of explaining to do. Now, I don't know if he hired a lawyer. I hope he did, because that means he spent money, and he's not going to win. So I have honestly no idea what his idea of calling for a jury trial is. Maybe he's hoping, we're going to play the old man veteran. Maybe. But again, I'm not on trial. So I'm going to be very cautious on the questions I give. Not try to give too much because I tend to ramble on. And also, if I feel like they're putting me on the spot, I'm going to say, I didn't think I'm here. I'm not on trial here, I thought. I'm just basically, as you can see in the video, and I want to look right at the jury. I've watched enough shows. I think I'll be able to do this pretty easy. Look right at the jury and talk to them and be like, Mr. Mitchell went around me on a double yellow. He was driving aggressive behind me before he went around. He approached me at a high rate of speed. Now, just like on the scene, there's nothing that he can say to the cops to say, well, he was doing this or that. Well, I got the video from before, as good as I could get, because remember the officer corrupted my memory card. But I'd got enough video from before showing that I'm just driving straight. He passes me on a double yellow, tries to swerve at me, and then I don't know how much more they're going to want into that. Yes, I ended up rear-ending him because I was trying to avoid him, and he swung to the left to block me. So, yeah, I don't know what his defense will be. So it would be very interesting to see what he has to say. I just don't think he has a leg to stand on. But who knows? I mean, I guess you could get a jury if he plays the old person veteran card that is like, oh, well, he was in a hurry. I mean, he's probably going to make up some story. And then that's when I'm going to have to be like, if I'm asked, like, he never mentioned that to the officers, and I'm sure the officers are going to be there too. And he was changing his story nonstop with the officers. I could overhear the majority of what they were talking about. And the officers kept saying, I could hear them clearly. They kept telling him, like, hey, don't change your story, because every time they came over, he was changing his story. He was like, well, Mark was driving too slow. And the officer's like, well, what speed were you going? He's like, oh, at first he goes, oh, we're going the speed limit. Then he goes, he was driving too slow, so I passed in the no passing zone because he's driving, which is never an excuse. But that's one of the times he said that, and officer's like, but you said you were going the speed limit, so why would you then pass him? You're not making any sense. And then they would leave, and they'd come back and talk to him more, and he would say something else, and eventually the cop just said, you need to stop speaking because you're incriminating yourself. Now, I don't know why the officer told him that, but they did. Maybe that was just to be nice, so he wouldn't get that much more in trouble. But with the two officers, they're going to have to show court for this. It's going to waste their time. It's wasting my time. It's wasting the court's time. It's wasting the jury's time. And if you're called in for jury duty and this is the BS you got to show up for, you're not going to be too happy. I wouldn't be too happy. Oh, I was called in for this guy? He doesn't even have a leg to stand on. Now, maybe he's hoping he'll take a plea deal before the court date or the day of the court date so they don't have to pick a jury and all that good stuff. Oh, boy. Anyways, I thought I'd just bring you an update on that. I was very shocked that a subpoena came in normal mail. That's one way they can save money. And they provided an envelope, like I said. The envelope they provided, though, wasn't a normal size envelope. It was like that, and it wasn't even wide enough to fit there. So I had to creatively fold this. They provided two of them, which I assumed one was my copy, which it doesn't say, but I signed one and sent it in. We'll see if I still get personally served because mail's taking forever. I don't know if they'll get the mail in time. It's okay if I personally get served. I don't care. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Some people get, I'm being served. It's not a big deal. It's the same as this paper. It just means they spend more money by sending an officer out to serve you. Or a process server, depending how they do that here. But anyways, I figured I'd give you all an update. So please like, subscribe, check out my other videos that are a lot more fun than these type of videos. But I just want to provide an update. And I will again, once I go do this, just so you have an idea if this occurs to you of what happens in Colorado Springs, Monument, El Paso County, Colorado area of going to court. You might be served, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, have a good day and take care. Stay well, my friends. Bye.